That rang on your watch?
What?
That rang on your watch?
Yeah.
So it let you know that your phone was ringing?
Yes.
So the phone that was right there beside your watch, right beside you, did let you know the phone was ringing?
Now, to be fair, the phone's not always there.
Okay, I
Phone
get
will.
It's time for the Sports Corner with Joe and Jake. All sports, all the time.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Sports Corner. And my first guest is going to be my kid because he is a sports nut like myself. And that is Jake Snakebox Sunstrom.
It could be a real problem. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Awesome. So we're going to start off with the NFL because the schedules were just released. I don't know if you've seen the video of Josh Allen,
I have
but
not.
do check it out. He is living at the new build where they're building the new stadium. The whole thing is he hasn't left the new stadium yet. And he's living on site.
That's actually hilarious.
And he comes out of the hole when the schedule came out. So
that's like Groundhog's Day for the Bills or some shit.
yeah, pretty
Like what's
much.
going on? Did he see the sun? Are they gonna make the playoffs?
Are they going to make the playoffs? I don't know. I don't know. Is Rodgers going to be healthy?
I don't know, man.
If Rodgers is healthy, that makes New York way better.
That's fair.
If he can still be Rodgers, who knows? Achilles, who knows? But if he can be Rodgers, that's a dangerous team.
I was gonna say, yeah, like Rodgers is known for carrying a team or two to the playoffs when they probably shouldn't have made it.
Yeah, just a few.
I know a thing. I know a thing or two.
Yeah, what five MVP awards?
Like literally.
That hurts. Miami, they lost a lot, but they got some. They could be a playoff team. It's getting tighter. It's getting a lot tighter. You're gonna have Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh? Are you kidding me? I know people are going, oh, he's done. He's done.
That's kind of scary, actually, because, like, honestly, after Roethlisberger, that's really what they were missing is somebody to, like, really pound it down the field for them, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they've got the running game. They've got the wide receivers.
Their defense has always been decent enough.
Defense is insane, and they picked up linemen this year.
Geez.
So
that's it. That might be a good sleeper pick if you're looking for something on your fantasy team. Is throw a little Russell Wilson in there as your backup, get you a couple of extra points.
I think he'll be fine there. He wasn't bad in Denver. Him and the coach didn't get along.
Yeah, and
different cultures.
They were also kind of on a decline after they spent all that money on Peyton for a while,
Oh yeah, big time.
Right? Once you spend that kind of money, you're gonna take a hit for a couple of years. The fact they even got Russell Wilson and spent more money was kind of a little bit on the crazy side.
Crazy, and they just gave it away.
Literally just gave it away.
First round draft picks, millions of dollars, more draft picks, and get out of here. We got our coach now. We don't want you anymore.
Right? And speaking of quarterbacks here, who's got the luckiest string of quarterbacks here is we're getting onto this Green Bay schedule.
Good.
And
Green Bay.
I gotta say, like Eagles in the first, like I'm not too worried. A lot of their big names are coming off the books this year. Like they lost to Kelsey, right? Like he's retired now. Like
huge loss.
That team's kind of a little bit on a slight decline, so I'm not too worried at the beginning. Indianapolis Colts.
Huge loss.
Huge loss.
You're talking about
Hall of Fame, probably
the greatest center of all time, next to Max Webster from Pittsburgh.
Right. So
seriously,
I can't imagine seeing Green Bay fault in the first couple of weeks here. You might have because we got Philly off the bat, followed by Indianapolis.
Okay.
It's questionable, but I honestly think Green Bay's got them. Tougher than I think, but I still think Green Bay's got that.
Yeah. Okay. Is it in Green Bay?
Versus, yeah.
Nice.
We're at Philly.
Right.
In Green Bay for the home opener, Indianapolis. Tennessee is an at. That one might be. I don't know why, but for some reason we struggle against that team. I don't know what it is.
I don't know how good, Tennessee can be this year. They kind of,
Then the schedule starts getting a little tougher here because
okay.
you run into Minnesota, Los Angeles,
Okay, whoa.
the Rams,
Sam Darnold is the quarterback for Minnesota right now.
and they still
Didn't they draft
kind of gave us
they
a
draft?
they. Oh, I actually missed.
Did they
the
get
draft.
the they
I
got the
don't know.
Michigan guy, right? They got the Michigan quarterback, did they not?
I mean, possibly. Let me go
I'm
double
pretty
check
sure
here
they
for
did.
you.
I'm sure they did.
That was Tennessee, right?
No, not Tennessee, Minnesota.
Oh yeah, Minnesota. NFL draft, Minnesota. Yeah, no, Minnesota always gives us a tough time though. It's always down to those last couple of plays.
Yeah.
Then we
Well,
kind of get a little bit of break. We get the Cardinals. Yay.
should be a win.
Should be a win.
Should be a win.
Houston Texans. Honestly,
No,
they're either
that's a
on
loss.
1 year. You're
Loss.
on 1 year, you're off 1 year.
No, they picked up my boy, dude. They got Stephon Diggs.
But who's throwing it to him?
Excuse me?
You heard me.
Who's thrown it to him? Just a rookie of the year and
Here
the
we
best
go.
quarterback in the AFC last year.
Quarterback JJ McCarthy, Michigan. You're right.
Yeah,
You're
for
right. Minnesota did get him. Yeah.
Right on. Well, they
Good
might
for
be
them.
better.
Good for them.
Might be all right. It might be okay. You're losing
Jacksonville
to Houston.
Jaguars after that.
Throw them up in the air and pick up maybe. It's just like
Right.
Buffalo. It's like Buffalo. They can show up and be the best team on the planet, or they could be hot.
Or they
garbage.
just sewer themselves. Yeah.
Exactly.
Detroit Lions. Obviously, Detroit's a huge powerhouse coming in these last 2 years.
Oh man, you guys got such a good division right now.
I know, dude.
Because
tell me about
Chicago's
it.
going to be better. Chicago is going to be better.
Yeah, they keep saying that. Like honestly, the '80s, I missed the dick cut. Like I get it. I hope they are better because I want my team to face the best, preparing themselves for the playoffs.
I didn't say they were going to make the playoffs. That Chicago was going to be better. That's it.
Like instead of fourth in the division, we're gonna go third. Awesome.
You still might be fourth, but instead of 7 wins, you might have 8 wins.
Hoorah! Right?
Right? Still better.
Yeah.
Okay, who else you got?
San Francisco after Chicago.
Toss up.
Toss up. Miami. They could be a tough hit.
Nah, you'll win. Go ahead. It's Miami. So? I hate them. They get a loss automatically.
Sounds good. My personal preference. We are winning against Miami.
Right.
We got Detroit after that again.
Oh, back one Florida back to Detroit.
One in Florida back to Detroit. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
a tough stretch, dude.
And then from Detroit, we fly out to Seattle the very next week.
Yeah, you'll beat Seattle. They're not good anymore.
And then we're back all the way at home again with a lot of flying this year. Yeah. They are traveling like mad.
Oh, you got a Europe game too?
No, we don't face New York once this year.
No, I said Europe. Aren't
Europe
you playing
game?
like Germany or something?
No,
you guys played last year.
Week one this year. We're in Brazil.
Oh, we're
in Brazil for Philly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then after Seattle again, we're facing New Orleans.
Should be a win.
Minnesota again, for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And then Chicago for week 18.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure we're making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Honestly, a toss up between us and Detroit, man, for the first of the division.
Detroit,
if we can steal a game against Detroit,
hold home court.
Top the division. Yeah.
Hold home court. That's all you got to do.
Right.
You and Detroit seem like you've got the same. There's a stretch there where if you guys win, like Miami, San Francisco, Detroit, that's a tough go.
It is. But
that's a gauntlet, bro.
If we can at least get over 500 on it.
And you had Houston in there too, which I'm telling you right now, it's a loss. You're going to lose. It's Houston. Guy's the best.
Hey, man, obviously biased. I gotta believe in my boys first and foremost. But Like, no, like I'm not saying like they're going to be an easy fight, like, but I'm hoping the boys take it. Like Jordan Love's just coming into his own, really started taking over the league at the end of the year
Oh my
there. Like,
God. So good.
so, so,
So good.
and we didn't change much of our pieces, right? We only added.
Hey, do you know what? You guys have went from Don Majkowski, the Magic Man, who got
Yeah.
hurt, who was a Pro Bowler,
Oh, yeah.
right? Got hurt. Brett Favre comes in.
Yeah.
48 years with Brett Favre.
Hey, I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining.
And then Rodgers.
Whoever
and now you got
whoever
Jordan
our
Love.
quarterback developers are, they need a raise.
Do you want? No doubt. Do you want
They
to?
need a new Rolex, a fancy car, just slip
Do you
it
see
in there.
Buffaloes? Have you seen Buffaloes?
It's had a little
Kelly.
bit of a
It's Kelly.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Then it's Flutie. Then it's Bledsoe. And then I can't name one of the 40.
And then Josh Allen randomly.
Then Josh Allen. Right?
It's just like a steady decline, Josh Allen. Which means
we just lost so much this year that I don't know how we're filling him in.
It's going to be hard to find out, like, where is he throwing it to?
Not just
like, we know that we know he's got the arm. We know he's got the talent and the ability. We've seen it year in, year out so far over his last 4 seasons.
We picked up Scanling. I don't know on a 1 year. I don't.
Right? Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, like, there's still time. Training camp's coming up here. Like,
we didn't lose just Stephon Diggs. We lost, what's his name too? The big guy.
But like there's a lot of time left here.
Oh, I can't even believe that. I'm a Bills fan. I forgot his name. Big. Yeah. All right. I know the Bills might make it. I have no idea. For me, they're a toss-up. I think Green Bay's a lock.
I think we're a lock for playoffs too. It really depends on how Detroit comes back this next year after such an incredible season, which they haven't had in a long time, right? To see if they can like really keep that pace up and show them that it wasn't just like a one-off season.
Unfortunately for you, I don't think they're going anywhere. I think that's the coach.
I absolutely agree. And
he came off like an idiot. He looked like an idiot. Like for people who
but he won stuff.
For people who have never played the game and sat there and listened to a coach and know what motivation is, just the outside people. If you've never played the game, looking at him, he came off kind of was comedic.
Yeah.
Like a caricature, right? But the players bought into the program. It's like Torts. Torts is a caricature in hockey.
Literally.
But if you love Torts and you can stick to Torts' plan,
It's going to win you some games.
That's right. And there are guys in the NHL that swear by Torts as a coach. There's other guys that say, I'd never play for that guy.
You want to know what it is? Torts is like the best parts of like Babcock, and he's only the good parts of like Babcock and Sheldon Keefe, and like he's just the good parts. He's both angry and rude, and he'll yell at the refs like it's a madman like Sheldon Keefe, but he's also like he's such defensively sound like Babcock was, but he's not the fucking asshole of a person that Babcock was, and he doesn't go way too wild when he's not winning like Keefe does.
Yeah. Well, since we're on Toronto now, let's
might as well.
Toronto, buddy. Perfect.
So how do you think about the coaching change? How do you think about the coaching change?
Oh my God, I don't know. I'm scared. I am terrified. This can go seriously good. And I think that Matthews is at the point in his career that this might go seriously good for him. Right? I think Willie's at the point in their career. They're not kids anymore.
No.
They want to win now. Everybody talking about, first round. Boston was a better team than us all year round. The whole year they were better than us.
Literally.
We're not supposed to win that series. We're not.
And even if we did, what was the gift? To get smacked by Florida again?
Right. Exactly. And
it was so hard to get through Boston the fucking first go. The fact that we even brought it to 7 games was astounding.
That was the best playoff hockey I've seen Toronto play since the early 2000s. They were out hitting the team. They were out hitting shots. They were They were tough in the corners. It was good play. We played playoff hockey and we still couldn't win. So
Literally.
frustrating. I was
Which
really
brings
proud of
us
the
to the real hot topic.
right. The coach.
What do we do with the core four?
Have you watched Tavares in this world tournament?
He's been all right. Just okay.
He's been better than okay, dude. Better than okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
where did these wheels come from?
You
When did you start skating like this?
They gave up a 6-1 lead
I know, but that's
to Denmark.
yeah. Well, they still won the game, so it don't matter.
They did on JT. On JT.
I
JT
think-
called game in OT.
Yeah, he did. Right.
Did.
I think if John Tavares, because they're playing it out, they got no trades. They're playing it out. There's nothing we can do about it. Tough
I told you that last year. Actually, I
Yeah.
said we're gonna probably have to eat that money for a year because JT's probably like if JT doesn't want to leave, don't worry. I don't want to get rid of JT. I love JT.
as a third line
JT
center, absolutely.
Literally, honestly,
Perfect.
even on the second line, but he needs specific partners. He needs
Right.
specific partners, but he can't be making 11 mil. He
No.
cannot anymore.
No,
He's a
no.
great player. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
When we signed him for the 11 mil, he put up 48 goals or 46
Perfect.
goals or something dumb. Like he did amazing. He
He's
did
got 1
exactly
year-
what we wanted
Right. He's got 1 year left in his contract, and he's lived up to his contract. A point a game every freaking year.
every year.
That's
No
all
problem.
you can ask for.
I got no problem with JT staying.
No, but not at 11 next time.
4.5 for 3 years.
I do that. I do
I
that.
do that. I
As a
think
third
that's
line center, absolutely I do.
100%. Right, but that also
The C goes
saves
to
you-
Matthews, though, right?
Oh, the C goes to Matthews this summer.
It's time. It's time to.
It's time. Matthews did his like honestly, he was going to be named a captain in the first place, but he did the
Right.
stupid dumb thing with the security guard or whatever.
Oh my God, that was that Arizona drunk thing, right?
Yes.
Right, right.
And then
my
the
God,
very
that was
next,
so
and
long
then
ago.
that week they were like, no, our captain is John Tavares. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I wonder what happened.
Oh my God, that's right. I forgot about that.
Right. So like at the end of the
Right.
day, like this was going to be Matthews' team to begin with.
Yeah.
But you gotta chill it for the media. And they didn't make Matthews an alternate captain the first year either.
Oh, I know. Yeah. a little
Right.
bit.
So like that's kind of like obviously that's probably burning on him a little bit too, because he was supposed to be that guy. But as a teenager, you kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, you pay for
You
your
got drunk
time.
as a kid. Who fucking cares? Enough
Exactly.
of the cancel bullshit.
No. I'm not saying cancel him, but
Right,
I
I'm
understand
saying-
not being like, this is the guy we want to be behind as our leader. Maybe that's not great for media at the time.
No,
right?
I get it.
So,
right.
so now, you know, he's matured. He hasn't done those stupid mistake things. Sometimes he hangs out with Bieber still, whatever.
Right.
But he's, you know, he's nice. He's calm. He doesn't
Yeah.
create media problems. He's
Right.
very, you know, laid back. He's, you know, he talks to the media very well.
Yes.
He's never like flipped out. Like you could see,
No.
like even Marner shows his emotions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a part. JT is very calm, collected. And
Yeah.
maybe that's what rubbed off on Matthews over the last few years, right?
Yeah.
So like I think Matthews should get the C this summer.
This
I
summer,
think that should be it,
Yeah.
right? As far as alternate captains go, I think I'm taking the A away from Marner. I think Mo's got to be an assistant captain.
He's got to go.
You think Mo's got to go?
He's got to go. 8.5 million for that trash. Every
I'm-
time he's on the ice, they score a fucking goal. Our best duo.
I'm gonna bring up a stat for you. You're gonna love this.
our
You're
best-
actually gonna hate it, but
I don't care. I don't care what the stats say. I watch the games.
Pushkin
the
only had
eyes.
2 goals scored against them the entire series.
Bullshit.
That is amazing.
Why? Because he jumps off the ice? He jump off the ice and they take in the names? Bullshit. Bullshit.
No, dude, I'm not even kidding. When game 6 came around, a stat came up on Sportsnet while I was watching the game.
Right.
That
No.
looked at them. They had 1 goal, 5 games in, 1 goal scored against them. Just when those two are paired on the ice. But what happened as soon as you add Brody into the mix?
Oh, Brody's gone.
Oh, Brody's gone.
Brody's gone. He's trash.
But like
Our
honestly,
best
I
defensive
liked
player-
our defense.
Our best defensive pair was McCabe
McCabe and Benoit. McCabe and Benoit, 100%. Like
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you there.
And
I
then
like the way
Edmondson was an absolute beast in that playoffs.
100%. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, right? Like
Yeah.
I actually really liked our defense this playoffs.
They
They
were
played
great,
really.
dude.
They
One bad
like the
game.
first couple of games.
One bad game.
Yeah, literally,
One
and
bad
then
game.
everything else was like one goal, 2 goal difference.
goals.
That's it. An empty netter maybe.
When
right?
you have a 70 goal scorer, when you have a 48 goal scorer, when you have a 32 goal scorer, when you have a 22 goal scorer, and you're scoring 2 goals, you can't even get 2 goals in the playoffs.
100%. So it's got to be one of your
Like your
core
defense
four.
and your goalies.
I don't think Morgan Riley is the problem. I think
I love Morgan Riley.
I love Morgan Riley too. I don't
don't like that
disagree that he
contract.
needs to make a little less. I don't disagree with that.
At all. He's
But
not a number one.
I think there's a worse contract on the team, and the problem here is Marner, man. It's
Marner's-
always boiled down to Marner.
He's
But
soft.
he's soft. He's like
Soft
even when
on
he
the puck.
gained, he's soft. He's
he
not
gets-
playoff,
And you know what? He was less soft this playoffs. He was throwing
and
it.
he's still.
But the problem is the first time he takes one of the hits.
But if Labushkin ties you in points in the same playoffs, you have a problem at
Yes.
11 mil.
Yeah.
Your top 3 scores
No.
were as follows: Matthews.
Oh, something just happened.
Are you good, or am I frozen?
No, that's me. Just never mind. No, we're good.
All right.
So
But,
recording.
like, I'm
Yeah,
recording
still
still, so we're good. If you
Perfect.
need it, I have it too.
my other video, that section took so long that it just finished compressing.
Oh, okay. So
It
like
came up on the screen.
notification came up. Yeah.
Yeah, notification.
But like your top 3 scores from the playoffs were Matthews, Nylander. Those 2 check out. They make the big
Nylander's
bucks. They
always
should
performing.
score.
Yeah.
Always love Nylander.
Yep.
Right? He has random slumps in the middle of the season, but he
Yeah,
always
here.
turns it on for playoffs.
He's always
Turns it on playoffs.
Yeah.
And a tie between Max Domi and Matthew Nyes.
Right. Oh God.
So when you're paying
don't- I-
95% of the people less
Can
than
you see that?
Marner,
Can you see
the
that?
Leafs logo? Yeah,
Can you see the Leafs jersey?
it's 23.
Right.
Travis
No, it's not nice.
Dermott.
You know it's Dermott, but
I know it's Dermott.
if anybody asks, I still love you, Dermott. I think you're awesome. But
I love Dermott. Love Dermott.
That's Matthew. That's Matthew.
He honestly only had one real bad play in our last playoffs that we had him, and that was
Yeah.
like it. But honestly, he was good. Like, right?
Cost
Like,
us the game though, but whatever.
it did cost us a game. That was the Montreal one, the Montreal series.
Can't.
He did the like weird turnaround,
Reverse.
no look pass down the middle.
Yeah.
And it
yeah.
was Montreal's only shot on net all
Yeah.
overtime.
Yeah.
Oh, and we peppered Carey Price with like 13 shots in that OT in the first 10
Yeah.
minutes. It was unreal.
Yeah. And we still couldn't win.
Talk
It's
about
gonna
wasted
happen, dude.
opportunity series, let me tell you.
Okay.
But
so-
yeah, I think Marner's got to be the one to go. If you're talking core 4,
Oh, you can't keep. He's probably gonna play it out.
he's
doesn't have to
got
get
1 year
traded.
left, right?
Although apparently he said he's willing. I think he's had enough with Toronto. I mean, no
I
offense,
agree.
Toronto.
I think he might
we're
need a new
assholes.
fucking space. Yeah, well, yeah.
Like
Well,
Toronto fans are assholes. We're assholes. We're so freaking demanding. Like the stuff they were talking about, I'm like, that's not the playoffs I watched at all, right? And
Yeah.
I'll be the first one to call Marner hot garbage when he has a hot garbage night. But
yeah, he had one good game where he showed up and he got that
right,
unreal goal that only Mitch Marner could probably fucking score half the time, right? And but he just randomly turns it on for a second and then gone.
Do you know where Marner would be really good right now?
Fucking Vegas.
No.
Stuck on Robidaw Island in Vegas until the playoffs start, and he magically appears with Mark Stone
Yeah,
to
no
lift the
doubt.
cup because that's how it works.
Yeah, no doubt, right? Apparently Mark Stone's out for next year already.
Oh, probably. I bet you
Oh,
he
here.
got that spleen.
So week 1 of the
Honestly,
playoffs.
I'm
he'll be
surprised
ready.
he was back in time. A lacerated spleen? That's insane.
I know. And all these people talking about, well, there's
Oh, Vegas does the thing with
The
2D
dude-
injury. Are you kidding me?
the dude almost lost an organ. Okay.
Like literally.
Like lost an organ.
How
It was
dare
a
he
real
be ready
injury,
too
people.
fast?
It was a real injury. No, I think Utah.
You think Utah?
Oh, he put fucking.
I
he
worry.
put heats,
I worry
dude.
about the return, though. I worry about the return.
I don't. You know what the return is? We don't pay 11 million. That's your return.
Yes, but
That opens up $11 million.
Yeah, but like, what do we do for future considerations or whatever
I
that
don't care.
bullshit move is
A bag
now?
of a bag of pucks that your bonus is you have we have been cap screwed for 6 years.
Hear me out.
Right.
And let's say in a perfect world, we don't save any of his money. We don't
Right.
have to hold on to any of that contract, right?
Right.
Throw a draft pick in or two. What about him for UC Saros?
I'm done.
True number one goalie.
I'd pay
Pair with
half.
Wall, give Wall a little bit of a break because I trust Wall, but he's not healthy enough.
No,
He's not healthy enough is his problem.
No, it's
right?
it's
his injury.
Problem.
Yeah. 100%.
If you're not playable, you're not payable.
Exactly. Right. I love the guy. He's a great goalie. When he shows up, man, he's lights
He's
out.
unbelievable, dude. All the
But,
skill in the world. Calm.
Exactly.
Calm.
But glass bones.
Perfect angles. Not a lot of rebounds. He's a great goalie. Gotta stay healthy.
Gotta stay healthy.
And
so we need somebody that can at least do half the year.
2 years in a row, it's come down where he's been injured. It's come down.
No, last year was Samsonov that got injured. Wall replaced him. And then Samsonov played the last game of the series against the Lightning.
Right.
He came back randomly for one game, and then
right.
they threw Wall in after that for the Florida series, but he wasn't ready yet. Right. And like he played his heart out, but like Florida was primed and ready to go on a run, you know?
That's a good fucking team, dude.
That's a good hard hitting team. And I hate them because man, they are dirty to the core, but they're good at it.
Remember when they had Bobrovsky and they paid him the big contract? And then Bobrovsky
and everybody was like, oh, that's terrible.
And they thought they were screwed.
Yeah.
Right? Remember that? Like
and they gave him some time.
Overpaid, blah, 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 blah. The dude is looking like Tretiak out there.
Like, right? Like, what are you talking about? That contract paid for itself. They're looking for 2 straight Stanley Cup Finals appearances.
Right.
Like that money's in the bank now. That money's in the bank easy.
Nasty.
Nasty.
But like, playoff hockey, it's good. It's like they got a burr. They got a burr under their ass, and they're not,
I agree. So back on those Marner situations. So you're saying Utah, eh?
Yeah.
I worry, like, obviously we could probably just, give him away for nothing if he really, really wants it, and we can
providing they take the salary.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure they got salary cap. It's fucking Arizona. Are they even near the roof of it?
No.
Do they pay people more than $2 million there? I don't know.
I don't know, but there's a new sheriff in town, and he spends money, and he's a young billionaire, awesome dude. I've seen him on the Pat McAfee show. He's phenomenal. He's got focus. He knows what the hell he's doing. That's going to be a successful franchise.
I think so too. So any sparks on the name for them? Do you like any of them? I've seen a lot of Yeti.
What did they say?
Utah Yeti? The Utah Yeti. I've seen a lot of that.
I like that. That fits.
But here's the thing: Utah's the home of the bees. No, they're the home of the bees, dude. The Utah Wasp. Their arena could be called the Hive.
That'd be dope.
That'd be fucking sick.
That. You could sell that. You could sell that. I like the Yeti.
They're Land of the Bees or something. I can't remember. You gotta double check that on the internet. It's
because of all the meadow that you've been through.
They're like the home of the bees or something like that. I can't remember, the bumblebee capital of the U.S. or something.
That'd be dope. I like that.
Yeah.
The Hive's always good. Charlotte Hornets have the Hive, right?
Yeah, it's sick. It's a great name.
Yeah, it's a great name. What else we got going next? What do we got next?
What do we got next? We just double checked the Leafs news. Last thing on Leafs news would be prospects. If you have anything, prospects worth noting.
Yeah, I think we're seeing 2 of them playing full time next year.
Is one of them named Easton Cowan?
One is
named Easton. Dude. I've been watching the Knights, right? Because
me too. Yeah,
right. Oh man,
yeah,
dude, 34 points in
not just that. He's
14 playoff games or something dumb. Dude, he's good. Dude, he yells at refs and shit. I love him.
Do you see him in the corners?
Oh, dude, he's great.
He's a jerk.
He's
awesome.
Dude, I've been following that, and I've been watching.
So
dude,
good.
This Memorial Cup is going to be unreal.
Yes.
First time ever all three of the finalists for the Memorial Cup all swept their finals series. The only one that made it in that didn't was Saginaw because they're the host city.
Right.
London actually beat Saginaw in 6 games in the second round of the OHL playoffs already. Right. So Saginaw's just sitting pretty, waiting to get eliminated pretty much against the juggernauts, unfortunately.
They've had some rest, dude.
They've had some rest,
Get
but then
healthy.
London proceeded to then sweep the next 2 series again. So
Oh my God,
it's unreal. The
so
London Knights are
locked in.
so good. If
So
if
good.
Saginaw didn't bust out those 2 random games on the one series, the London Knights had a real opportunity to sweep the postseason for a
Right.
second time in their franchise history, which is
Right.
already
Corey Perry first time, right?
Yeah.
Corey
If
Perry.
I had a nickel for every time my franchise swept the playoffs,
Yeah.
I'd have 2, but it'd be
Yeah.
weird that it happened more than once.
Yeah. That was the year they only lost like 3 games the whole year.
Oh, like 2005 or some shit. It was great.
It's ridiculous.
Right. So
I think Minton and Callan will be playing.
Fraser Minton. Where does Minton play again? Is he on Moose Jaw?
I forget, but I just know he's just dynamite.
Fraser
Put on 20 pounds too.
Oh, did he?
Or was it Callan that put on 20? One of the two.
Saskatoon. Oh, so he was actually eliminated.
Oh, he was a blade. I could have went and saw him here.
Yeah.
They just lost the last series.
Yeah, they lost to the Moose Jaw Warriors.
Yeah. So it's pretty dope
Cool.
here.
Yeah, no. So
They love their hockey here.
Oh well, yeah. I was gonna say it's cold as shit. You guys still in negative temperatures right now, or do you guys finally go to boiling
dude,
hot?
please.
I'm joking.
My garage is a little chilly, and I wore this the first time, and this is all one show, so I had to go. I'm not going to be changing every time.
Yeah. You want to kind of
whatever I wear
at
the first.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
So I've been cutting video for 3 days now.
Only one last prospect that I want to talk about is this Dennis Hildeby kid. All right, so we got a goaltender in the works.
Okay.
All right, he plays for the Marlies right now. He pulled them into a playoff spot pretty much because they are terrible.
How old?
Coming on 22, 23. Young kid.
Okay, so he's not even mature to do a goal yet. I'm grabbing a scope.
Here, hold up for. Are you gonna grab one and have one on screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna have one on screen. I don't care.
Yeah, no worries. I don't care.
So
this prospect, the thing about this goalie here, very important here. 6'7".
6 foot.
Over 200 pounds. Big boy. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah.
Very important. Giant.
Did he get into a game this year, or was he just on the bench?
He never made it to the bench. He was dragging the Marlies to a playoff spot.
Hildebeest came up when Samsonov was questionable to ever return to Toronto again.
No, they kept Martin Jones.
And they had Martin Jones, so he only sat on the bench?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I
had a feeling they weren't going to have him play any. Yeah, he was up for a few games, but he never
got in. Okay.
Never got in.
Yeah, he's a giant.
He's huge. Right? The one thing I gotta say, like that, he has looked phenomenal in his time in the AHL this year. He's got like a 9-12. He's a winning record. Like for a kid at 22 in a professional sports league, and like the AHL Marlies, like they still have what's his name, Kyle Clifford on their team too. So like it's NHL caliber players.
Didn't he fight somebody at the end of the series in the handshake line?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Old school.
Oh yeah, that's what Kyle Clifford was brought in to do at the time, right? Like that's what he is. He's
the old man,
a fucking wild cracker. Like he's just gonna light off sometime, right?
Awesome.
So that's pretty much it. Now all we got left on the agenda for NHL is the Stanley Cups. Like what are your predictions? Who you got in Game 7 over here? Who do you got in Game 7? Oilers and Canucks, man. I'm hoping Canucks. I don't want to see it.
Okay. Whoever wins this, I'm obviously going to cheer for as a Canadian.
Obviously. Yes, 100%.
Okay. When I look at the two teams, I think Edmonton's the better team. I just think they're bigger, but Vancouver plays such sound hockey. Like,
It's so complete.
It's weird. It's like I look at them and go, they shouldn't be winning this game. And then they win the game. It's
You know,
like,
they were down 4 goals the other night,
right.
right?
So we lived on the island for a few years, obviously Vancouver over Edmonton, but
I know. I feel like I got it. The same
Right.
reason. Same
Right.
reason. I just find that they play more of a complete game. Like I like Connor McDavid, obviously best player on the planet, but like I don't want them to get any further than Toronto right now because they have the same fucking problem that we do. A lot of
Yeah.
money up front and no fucking money in the back. No fucking goalie to stand their head on. That's like
goalies,
caliber,
goalies,
questionable,
maybe.
healthy.
maybe he could
Maybe.
be Ken
Amazing
Dryden.
one night and the worst the other.
That's right. Could be Ken
Right.
Dryden one night and Alan Bester the next.
Right. So I don't want to
Sorry.
see Edmonton succeed in the exact same fashion that Toronto is failing.
Right.
Because then I don't want Toronto to be like, oh, but it worked over here, just so they could be like, let's run it back.
Right.
The stats work. Dubas was right. Because we
Uh,
know
it'd
that
be
he
a-
wasn't.
it'd
It
be a
hasn't worked
shame.
the last 8 years.
It'd be a shame if Draisaitl and fucking McJesus doesn't win a cup though. That's a
I'm not.
That is
It's a shame that Matthews and Marner didn't.
Yeah.
Right, Marner being a hometown boy. Nylander's dad was an ex-Leaf and a Calgary Flame. Fucking JT's home.
Right.
Matthews is going to be your all-time scorer in like 20 days probably next season.
Yeah, like 20 days. Yeah.
Put the
Crazy.
hat trick
Think
up
about who
and
they've had.
down.
They've had Keon, Sittler, right? Gilmore.
But
Wendell.
that's the duality of it. We put these guys on a fucking pedestal who have played thousands of games, and we have this kid come up finally in this year where we're finally good and we're getting out of the dead puck era finally. People are starting to score goals. Not one person has on our least team outside of Matthews has put up more than 100 points. How is he already our least all-time scorer? Was the team actually that fucking bad all of these years? And we were just like, oh, they're amazing. Think about it. Matt Sundin plays almost 1,000 more games than Matthews in a time where we were like, they were an amazing team.
They were.
And somehow Matthews is already there.
But that's
in
New Jersey,
points and goals.
That's
right?
New Jersey hockey, though, right? They played New Jersey style hockey when they had it was clutch grab, clutch grab, clutch grab. There
was no goal. It was during the dead puck era, and I get that.
Exactly. Dead
Right?
puck. They
Like,
just couldn't.
this is the first time where we're actually starting to see, like, holy crap. Not even it's not even just McDavid hitting 150 points. Like, you got Kucherov, you got McKinnon, Matthews is over 100 points. Fucking Matthew Tkachuk is over 100 points. That's the scorer. He's the guy who punches you in the face and falls on your goalie. That's his job.
Right.
And then he ran.
And he scores 20 off his ass.
Literally.
He scores 20 off his ass every year.
Like literally, right?
Like,
this is the Zach Hyman put.
God, I love him on my team.
God, I'd love him on my team too.
God, I would love Tkachuk on my team.
Honestly, either of them. I would take either of them.
I take Marchand in a heartbeat.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I mean, I think he's going to be.
Oh my God, every Leaf fan
freaking out.
Every Leaf fan freaking out about 2 Leaf fans saying, I take Marchand on my team in a heartbeat. I'm not an idiot. Okay.
Literally.
That dude lays it on the line.
That's fine. But right now he's in Boston. I'm supposed to hate him.
Right. That's the only reason.
The moment, like, you think I liked Joe Thornton that much when he was against me? Hell the fuck no.
No.
As soon as he was on my team, though, I was like, man, I got to get me that jersey. I love me a beard.
Exactly.
Same shit. Marchand gets a fucking loose jersey next year. Like, you're damn right. I'm supporting that.
Oh, man, would I love him.
This is the team that I bleed. I'm going to support it even if it hurts me.
But I can tell you players that I'd want on my team that you hate.
Right.
Like Rocco Gudis.
Yeah, 100%. Not even that good, but he's going to punch people and fall on your goalie.
I hate his guts, but I'd like to see him punching people in somebody else's uniform.
That's right.
You know what I mean? In our uniform, punching other people.
That's right.
Can't stand Rocco Gudis, but I want him on my team. That's how
right.
you know. That's how I know I want you on my team. If I hate your guts, I want you on my team.
That's right, because you're annoying to me. You can be annoying to others.
Tom Brady.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a little bit.
I'm happy with Josh. Shut up.
First half Tom Brady or second half Tom Brady? They're still both the greatest of all time.
Oh, I don't know. You can split Tom Brady up into 3 eras.
Is it 3 of the worst now, of the best now?
You can take 3 of Tom Brady's eras and break them up into thirds.
And they're all three.
Hall
He's
of
number
Famer
one.
in all three
Yeah.
without any rest of the stuff. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
It's absolutely disgusting.
if you split his career in half, he would probably be number one all time both decades.
Regardless.
Like, regardless.
It's gross.
Gross.
And he's so handsome, it's gross. Like, pass some shit off to other people, dude. I mean, you can't be great at football and have perfect teeth. It's not fair. It's not fair. Tom Brady jawline, right?
Right.
Go away.
Guy's got to be on the fucking cover of Vogue next year, probably.
And you know what? You know, Tom was supposed to do, we're way off track now, but anyway, Tom was supposed to do the play-by-play last year. I think Tom was in the shop, in the studio, doing voiceover on games that were recorded.
Yeah.
And
like
he did not like where it was going. And he was not going to get into that seat until he knew I'd listen to that.
That's probably, especially
he
somebody
don't
who's
want
so
to
good
suck
at what
at
he
anything.
does.
You
No,
don't want to
exactly.
suck at anything.
And I mean, that's a great, mindset to have.
That's warrior mentality, man.
That's right. Like, he wants to be the greatest. Why am I going to sit there right now if I can go and practice this first?
Because if you go in too quick too, I've seen people just tank. And no offense to one of the greatest running backs in the history of the world, Emmitt Smith, a beast on the field. He went in way too early and they put him in play-by-play in color with the play-by-play guy.
Yeah.
Oh, it was hard. Hard to watch.
Not how. You know who came in really fast but did a really good job was Tony Romo.
I love Romo. Almost.
He's calm, collected. He just kind of did his thing and he was just good at it.
And here's another one for all you people you can comment below about what an idiot I am, but I love Chris Collinsworth. Absolutely love when he calls a game because I love yelling at Chris Collinsworth.
It's part of the game now. Is that becoming a heritage moment?
It's part of the game. Like
those Canadian Heritage Moment commercials, it'd be like that, but like for the NFL Heritage Moment, just yelling at the TV at the guy.
Yeah, because he's really good. He's got a great drawl. He's got a good voice. And he just so annoying is perfection. And Joe Buck's another one. People hate that guy, but people love that guy. When you talk about Troy Aikman's the show, Troy Aikman is as good as John Madden. Okay. Yeah. He's gotten to that point where Troy Aikman is so good as the color guy. Like, he's just got it down. He's so good at it. And people always say, I love Troy, but God, shut up, Joe Buck, right?
Are they just hiring all the ex-Dallas quarterbacks? Is that what I'm seeing here?
Yeah, but it works together, right? It works so good together.
Apparently Dallas quarterbacks become good announcers is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, well, that's because they got a lot of time on the sideline.
Hey, it's all those first-round playoff exits. We know a thing or two about that, too, as Leafs fans. So, we get you. We get you.
Playoff heartache? I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, bro.
Yeah, dude, you're hitting the fucking trifecta over here.
Yeah. Buffalo Bills, Buffalo Sabres, Toronto Maple Leafs are what I grew up on.
Yeah.
I ain't seen a championship, bro. Now, thank you, Toronto Blue Jays.
Thank you, Toronto Raptors.
92. Thank you.
And thank you, Toronto Raptors, for 2019.
Thank you, Raptors. Thank you, Raptors. You don't have to do a damn thing. For me,
Toronto FC's got a championship. Toronto Argonauts got a championship.
They got a
the Toronto Marlies have a fucking championship.
You're right. The Argonaut. Well, I don't watch. For me now,
I don't watch CFL. But
it's Rider Nation in here now, baby.
The stepsister out here, her husband was a Montreal Alouette.
Cool.
Yeah, he was a linebacker.
Right on.
So he's on the CFL fucking website or whatever as an ex-player.
When I was in grade 10 or 12, we went on a trip to Montreal for our football team, and I got to catch passes from Conridge Holloway, and that was the day I knew I would never play in the NFL because this guy was in the CFL, and I caught 2 passes, 2 outs from him, And he wasn't even throwing mustard on it. He was just warming up. And it was like 1,000 bees stung my hands at the same time. Just whack. And
Wasn't
I
even a cold day or anything.
No. He
Rough.
just, and holy shit, that hurts. I didn't drop him.
Never mind.
On Rich Hollow, and it kind of passed him. I think he's a CFL Hall of Famer. I got to catch 2 passes from him, so that was pretty dope. Anyway, next on the list, we have to talk about Scotty Scheffler. Did you hear this, guys?
So, from what I gather, now this is a story that I've read or heard so far online. I haven't really looked that deep into it. So PGA, he was leading, wasn't he? He was leading in the PGA.
Well, he is leading. He's the number 1 player in the world right now. Yeah.
Number 1 player. Okay, so he is number 1. There was an accident outside of the course where somebody had passed away, and he was just trying to make it to tee time because it's his job.
Yeah,
right?
They're not on the road. They're on the entrance to the
actual golf course.
His car is marked. He had a marked car as a player. All the players' cars are specifically marked. They're supposed to get free pass over everybody else.
Yes.
Cop, from what I heard from witnesses, did not announce himself, was only wearing a yellow parka, not a sheriff's parka, a yellow parka, like
no markings or
else,
badge,
like nothing. Everybody else was there. So somebody jumps on your hood and a yellow parka in the cold, dark rain, and you're number 1, you're kind of freaking out a little bit.
I'm just saying, I mean, like, you better hope that he's a nice guy then, because like that's a lawsuit just waiting.
Oh, dude, the governor has already went down to Valhalla. How many judges do you think golf at Valhalla that are Kentucky judges or wherever they are?
I'm assuming in the great south of the America, probably all of them.
All of them, right? The PGA is sitting here right now going, that's our number 1 guy. We can't be having this shit, an overzealous cop. What happens if Kentucky never gets another PGA event?
Oh,
You're talking
money out your pocket. Money out your pocket.
To the one's that overzealous cop. This is not going anywhere. The DA, he's got arraignment, I believe, on Tuesday. It's not going anywhere. That DA is going to say, we are dropping the charges with, what do they call it? With prejudice. Well, that means they can never file them again. That's going to happen. They can't have this mess happen. Because here's the other thing.
Because now they just better hope that the other guy doesn't sue him back, right? For being a jerk. Like,
well, how'd that work out for the fucking security guard that grabbed Masai Jury? Masai. Didn't work out good for that dude.
No, it didn't. And he tried to fight it because he's ridiculous. Sports
is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It was a misunderstanding, overzealous cop. I was watching Reverend Al Sharpton.
Yeah.
Right? Said he goes to Louisiana. That's all he said. And that was enough for me. Not that I believe everything Al Sharpton says. I don't. Like, I think he tries and he's a good dude and everything, but whatever. It's just the fact that there's problems there with policing. Yeah. There's overzealous cops everywhere. They train them to be warriors. They need to train them to be
civil servants.
Right? Public servants. Stop with the warrior training. It's garbage.
Stop hiring ex-military and ex-cops.
No, it's not true. It's not just because they're ex-military, dude.
I don't think ex-military should be walking the streets doing that kind of work.
You shouldn't have regular cops doing combat shit.
Exactly.
That's what SWAT team is for. Your job as a cop.
That's where you need to be hiring the military guys.
Right.
The SWAT teams, not the streetwalkers being like, hey, old lady, I'm going to help you across the street. Be like, hey, old lady, what's that behind your back? I don't trust you. Like, no. Yeah. Like, I think there needs to be
before you even fucking get out of the car.
Right. You know? But like, and that's PTSD and freaking out, and it just happens, and they can be avoided.
And since we're on talking about overzealous cops, we're going to talk about Colin Kaepernick peacefully protesting, sitting down, and Butker saying what he said and putting women back fucking 100 years. Here's the thing. How do you think I think? What do you think I'm going to think? And I don't think you think I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
I think he has every right to say what he said.
Yep.
I think free. I believe in freedom of speech, but I also, that doesn't leave you free from consequence.
That's true. That's the way it always is. But here's the difference. Kaepernick did it at work.
Good for him.
Right? Yeah, but you don't have free speech at work, bro. You never.
No,
have.
you sign contracts. I know. I'm saying
Okay?
yeah.
Butker, people are not putting in context where Butker was. He was at a Catholic school. Okay?
Yes.
If this was not out in the open, this Catholic, and yes, he has archaic, stupid views, and he probably could have worded it better. Like, I believe in a traditional family or whatever. Whatever that means. Here's the funniest thing of this all. Butker's mom's an oncologist, and she raised him. Did you miss your mommy when you were at home? That's why you want a traditional family now, dude? Like, can we psychoanalyze this?
Like, I don't know what to say. Like,
sorry.
No, your
Eat
mom
enough,
was
bro.
a successful worker. This is the worst.
You just shoved your mom in the kitchen, and she's probably saved hundreds of lives.
Right?
She's literally an oncologist. And you just said that don't chase that dream that my mom chased. Don't be like my mom who saves lives. Stay in the kitchen and make me a fucking sandwich.
In fact, make it 2. I'm hungry.
So I don't know what's going on with this toxic masculinity about alpha males and crap, and you can't get laid. I don't know if it's too much porn on the fucking internet or whatever it is. It's horseshit. Guys don't have game anymore, man. They don't have a game. I've been slapped in a bar and I deserved it. Right? That's just.
I have not been slapped in a bar and I've deserved it.
Yeah. I was slapped in a bar because I asked the girl. I looked at her because I used an oldie but goodie. I said, hey, you want to come back to my place for some pizza and fuck? And she slapped me. And her friend giggled. And I say, well, do you like pizza? And I took her home. So I got slapped, but I got the friend. You got to be willing to get slapped sometimes. But once you've been slapped, dude, you don't bother that girl. You don't bother her. You don't, right? If a girl says no, it's over. It's done. It's not, nobody loves me. Stop being an asshole.
I will say, and maybe this, scoot your ego a little bit, but, I was raised right. Never got myself into a situation where I had to say something dumb like, do you want pizza and fuck?
I drank a lot back
then. It's funny, though.
It is
funny, though.
I
think
was single.
situationally at the time, like, that was probably really fucking funny.
Dude, it was the early 90s. It wasn't like cancer.
Times were wild. It is what it is.
It was easier back then. It was easier. Now, the problem is you got other creeps that will just keep hounding, right?
Literally, right? Like,
once it's a no, you just walk away. There's more fish in the sea. You just throw out the pole again.
Literally. They give you the term, hey, you're 1 in a million, but that's 1 in like 700 people, 1 in 7,000 people now. Yeah. There's 7,000 people exactly like you. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Like, right? Like,
so a lot of people are having a hard time then right now.
Right? Yeah. Oh God, we all struggle.
Every 700 person's freaking out.
Right.
So anyway, back to sports. So that's what I thought about Butker. Like, I'm not mad at what he said. I'm really not.
And again, like you said, like you take it out of context. Like you're at a Christian school, like the Christian values is very traditional. Like
are we not allowed to have? Does America not have freedom of religion anymore? Do you not have freedom of speech? It's driving me nuts. It's driving me nuts watching the media just put us in our jerseys like we're Toronto versus Montreal or Toronto versus Ottawa, like, and say, "Fight, bitches, fight."
Dumb.
Like, do you watch? Have you watched Pat McAfee?
Yes.
Oh, I fucking love Pat McAfee.
I like him because he's different. Like he's more. He's kind of more like the manly man that like literally played.
Oh, he's
He thought he
totally
was a kicker.
right, but he's totally jocked. He's back.
Yeah, he's just a jock guy
just
who
a
still
jock,
loves sports.
right? And then people fucking rag on him when he lets other people talk. It's like Rogan, right? I'm not a Joe Rogan fan. He's a fucking
No.
stand-up comic, people. He's not a
Right.
guru. He's a stand-up comic. He
Like
looks
literally.
and the job of a stand-up comic is to look at the fucking world and pick the funny shit out of the grossly obscene stupidity of man, right?
Right. So like, so
And
even though he runs this podcast and he looks kind of crazy, it's like, it's not what it is. It's just that he's embracing this information that he's getting from all these different people. Whether or
Right.
not he believes it, it's a whole different fucking
whole
thing.
different thing.
That's not what he's doing it for.
And like people say, well, look, and people are listening to Joe Rogan about COVID. Well, then they're idiots. Okay.
Right.
And Joe Rogan's talking from a different perspective. Joe Rogan is my age, but he is an absolute rock. He works out all the time. He fights all the
He's
time.
probably got the strongest kick in the world. God, have you seen those fucking kicks of
God
his?
damn it, he's a fucking ripped, right? So he lives in a different world of fitness, right?
Oh yeah.
I understand the people that didn't get their COVID shots. It totally makes sense to me. Young, healthy, health nutcase people, right? Like that, just healthy. I got 48 comorbidities that I got to worry about. So I'm getting my fucking shot, you know? It's that
You're
simple.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
Right? So I have to worry about me.
Yeah, no, and,
I don't
and
worry
that's really
about
what
you.
it's and that's really what it's about, right? Like
If you
at the end
didn't
of
want
the
to wear a
day,
mask, it's not going to hurt me. I wore my mask.
yeah, like whatever, right? Like
My choice.
and that's how I saw it too. Like I didn't give a fuck. Mind you, one of the funniest shit I think I ever did was when I went to Walmart the first time after COVID had really hit and the grocery stores finally reopened and stuff.
Yeah.
I walked to Walmart, lines are fucking packed just
Right.
out of the till, and I was like, "Hey guys, don't worry, the virus doesn't move sideways."
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm like side to side with people, but the lines are 6 feet apart going vertically. Like what?
Come on, dude. Let's be real. All these older people and fucking whoa. And I think Dr. Fauci is a fucking genius, and the man did not deserve the bullshit the right put him through. However,
100%.
Dr. Fauci and the lady, the super nice doctor lady in BC when we were in BC, Bonnie.
The little Asian girl.
No, the other one, Bonnie,
No?
the blonde-haired lady.
Oh yeah.
I forget what her name.
I
Bonnie.
always saw the Ontario one. I always saw
Right.
the Ontario girl.
Okay, so she'd come out and give her reports and everything, and you got to do this and you got to do that. And I don't think they understood. Okay. If I was 20, 17 to 30, I'm not fucking going out. You're not taking my life away from me.
It didn't stop me from doing anything
Right?
really.
I wasn't doing anything anyway. I'm retired and I'm sickly. So
suckers, I live like this.
That's right. I've been preparing this for 8 fucking years.
That's right.
Maybe I started the virus, so all you fuckers had to figure out and live like me, see if you could survive. And a lot of you didn't. The weak bastards.
It really honestly, I'm not even gonna lie.
Joke, and I'm
The
sorry
virus
for
fucking
anybody.
changed people.
Wow.
Changed people.
Changed people.
Like people don't publicly interact really anymore these days.
No,
Like,
that's
it's
not true.
weird.
There's a revival of music and live shows. Like
Yeah, you're
shows
still on the artsy side of the country, bro. Ontario, people are jerks. Neighbors don't act like fucking neighbors anymore. They just secretly fucking send out fucking complaints to the fucking boards and stuff. Dude, you know how many complaints I have on me right now? It's fucking
For what?
annoying.
For your
For
dogs?
fucking well, not even barking because they piss outside sometimes. Like what?
like whatever.
Like oh no, I kept getting complaints that
Yeah.
my yard smelled.
Get a life, people.
Like
Like,
literally, dude.
Get a fucking life.
I'm done with this fucking like I can't smoke on the fucking patio. I gotta go out to the fucking road.
Are
right,
you
every
kidding
time.
me?
Oh no, I'm not even kidding. Snowstorms, tornadoes, like whatever the
Man.
weather is. Dude, sometimes I'm standing out there and coyotes show up. Coyotes.
Dude, you guys could buy a house here. You know that, right? Right across the street. Just saying.
But I really like my wage.
Yeah? Couldn't you get that wage here?
Depends. Got it. I lucked out in the middle of the pit.
We're not gonna mention the company you work for. We won't do that because I don't want anybody getting in trouble or nothing. But I'm
No,
telling
no,
you,
I got freedom of speech and I've advertised them on my page already. It's fine.
Okay, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, they're out here too.
They let me not get my vaccine, actually.
Really?
They're a good company. Yep.
So I'm just saying that
Freedom of speech rules.
I
Out
haven't
here?
hit winter here yet.
No.
All right. So I know what I'm in store for.
Yeah.
Being Saskatchewan, I understand what we're in store for. Being Saskatchewan, that we're looking at October till March. Well, when we got here, it was -17.
I was gonna say, like you still hit the tail end of it when you got
Yeah,
there, right?
so, like,
and I mean, it was kind of an extended winter this year. It was even long
Yeah,
out
it was
here.
weird. It was weird. And the thing was too, yeah, we had snow 3 weeks ago, 2
Like
weeks ago,
literally. Yeah.
right? But it's not damp here.
No,
So,
it dries out pretty quick.
So like -17 is
It's
like
a dry
-2 in Victoria.
-17.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like -2
it's a
in
dry.
Victoria. Yeah,
The wet is what really kills you. See,
Right.
like out here, it's kind of a healthy mix. So some days it's really snowy and it doesn't hit you, and other days it hits you and you're dead.
I was not ready for the wind here.
Oh yeah, big open spaces. Get
Big
ready for
open
tornado
space,
season.
baby.
Get ready for tornado season.
It's not little.
Saskatchewan, buddy.
Yeah, I know. It's not little. It's not little wind.
No, it's all big
It's
wind.
a wall of wind, and it's like weird because it's like on a clock. It's really cool.
Oh,
but-
literally.
So, are we done with sports?
I think so. Like other than that, it's like what's left over
Oh,
is
yeah,
just
no,
our
we got the
standard-
NBA. We got the NBA. We got the NBA.
And yeah, we got just the playoffs and predictions. Now
I was
wasn't
hoping that
following it
I was
too much,
really hoping
but-
the Knicks were going to win, but I think Indianapolis won. They were playing while we were on here. So,
So
game seven.
what's today? Sunday. Oh, so a game has just finished actually.
Who won?
Pacers beat the Knicks 130 to 109.
Yeah, Siakam.
So Pacers move on in a series win 4-3. Meanwhile, the other series, Timberwolves and the Nuggets, are they tied series right now? What's that going on here? Why isn't this show?
Shouldn't I thought the Nuggets won that already.
No, they're playing tonight.
They're playing tonight.
Currently they're up almost 20, or they're up 15 at the half.
Nuggets are.
Yes, Nuggets are up 15 at the half. It's a score of 53 to 38.
Yeah. Joker's putting it down. Joker's putting it down. Dallas won. So it should be Dallas, Denver, Boston, Indy.
Let me just because where are we just finishing? Yeah, we're just finishing round 2.
Right.
So Dallas won, yeah. So it's Dallas, Pacers, Boston, and the winner of tonight.
Right. So it'll probably be Denver versus Dallas and Indianapolis versus Boston. Oh my God, the NBA.
That one's already locked in.
Choked right now.
Side.
Choked. Denver, Dallas, Indianapolis. No LA, no Miami, no Houston.
Oh, the
we got
NBA
Denver.
must be
We got
freaking out
Dallas.
right
Dallas,
now.
Dallas is a big market. Dallas is a big market. Denver's not a big market. Denver's not a big market.
NBA's freaking out. Like, are we gonna make the money this year?
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? I watched.
Oh,
the
but
game.
that shows you know, like it's not rigged. Like I feel like the NHL always goes to big markets
Yeah. Or the new market.
or the new market, mostly just the one because they're Vegas. But
Seattle made it past 2 rounds last year. Remember, to the end of the second round.
yeah,
When
but
it was like
like
7 or whatever. It was.
like outside of a few teams, like honestly, West Coast is weak in the NHL, dude.
Yeah, but they're gonna win it again this year.
Are they though?
Yeah.
You think
Dallas
either
is
of them?
gonna- Dallas is going to win those.
You think Dallas is going to take out Florida?
Dallas is going to take out.
I think-
Florida ain't even going to be there. Florida is not going to be there. You have New York there, baby.
Who got their ass handed to them?
What?
Did they not lose to Carolina last year? Like 4-2 or something in that series, or 4-1 in that series?
Yeah, but they won.
And
this
then-
year. And it's Shesterkin's looking like Shesterkin this year.
I don't know, man. I think Florida
Um,
kicks the shit out of them. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually, if a Canadian team doesn't win this year, like doesn't
Right.
make it to the final,
And I'm cheering for Florida.
I'm trying to cheer for New York because they
Why?
got a
They won.
Lafreniere on there.
Yeah, but they've won it.
I want Lafreniere.
Of course.
I have no choice. I'm
Right.
locked in.
Right.
I'm legally entitled, I think.
And you know what though, dude? He's
Dude,
really
he's
showed up.
good. Dude, he's really showed up this year. Phenomenal.
wow.
I
What
want
a
a reason to
playoff
go and
beast.
get one. I want a reason to go get that jersey.
What a playoff beast, man.
Dude, he's
They
been
almost
having
got rid of
a
that
year.
kid.
What?
They almost
Oh,
got
yeah.
rid of that kid.
It's hard to blame him, though.
No,
He
I
was
know.
drafted the COVID year. He didn't play for a year and a half.
Thank you. Same with Shane Wright.
All of a sudden, he starts playing, and he's like, "Oh wow, this guy's really good," because he
Yeah.
was good before.
Yeah, it's like
They
what's his
needed to
name from
warm back up.
Montreal? Was
Yeah.
the kid from Montreal, the number 20 there? So
Cole Caulfield.
no. The big dude, the Russian.
Oh,
God, I'm so bad with names.
Sakaj.
Sockley, God, starts with an S. Starts with an S from Montreal.
Slavkovsky.
So thank you, Sivkovsky, right. They thought he was going to be a bust. Boom.
And I mean, like, for honestly both of those players, like honestly, like maybe not first overall, maybe for their year, Like honestly, they haven't like come out like, oh, like I'm a Bedard or I'm a McDavid or I'm a Matthews. Yeah, for sure. Like honestly, the last few years we've kind of been blessed as
Right.
far as like NHL talent coming right out from underneath and just coming straight to the league, right?
Exactly.
But like for a couple of years there, when nobody else was playing except for the NHL, like these kids are still really good, and like they're just coming into their own because, you know, for a couple of years as teenagers, they never got to
They
develop
missed
their
a-
game at all,
they
and
missed a year
they're
and a
just like,
half.
okay, yeah, they missed a year and a half with no
year and a half.
development play, and then they were just thrown into the NHL with all these
Yeah.
men. Like,
Hey.
okay, guys, good luck.
Play. And the NHL didn't lose. NHL
Right?
They
Yeah,
played.
the NHL played. So, like,
Right.
these players that are coming in off of a year and a half of not playing are all of a sudden getting thrown into a game with men who have
Right.
played the entire
Right.
time. They haven't missed a beat, right? They went into that play-in round like a few months after COVID started, went right into playoffs, and then right into the next season, and then right into those playoffs, and then they
Yeah.
finally had like a short break for the summer, and now they're right back into it again. Like,
Right. It was
it's insane to even think. They've been phenomenal.
Do you remember when it got shut down? Do you remember when it got shut down? And they just
Yeah, it was
shut everything down.
yeah. It was about 3 weeks after the Leafs lost to their fucking Zamboni driver.
Right. But do you remember who did that?
It was the fucking NBA player who made the joke on the
Rudy
microphone.
Gobert. Rudy Gobert. He touched all the phones.
touching everything.
Touching everything.
And then all of a
he
sudden,
popped
everything-
positive.
How bad do you feel, bro? How bad
Yeah.
do you feel?
And then he popped positive, and then it was like everything shut down. Shut it down now.
I imagine Rudy Gobert comes out on like Twitter or some shit. He's like, "Yo, guys,
That's a shame
that's
happened.
my B. That's my B."
That's a shame that had to happen because, you know, and I don't blame our governments and shit. I know
They
corporate.
did what they could.
They were
And
terrified.
what they were told to do.
They were terrified.
They were terrified because like you go to your medical guy and you're like, "Hey, what should I do?" And they're like, "Shut it down." And they're like, "Oh shit, really?" Oh, okay.
I don't think we should have ever shut it down, but whatever. It hurt a lot of people. It hurt a lot of people. Like, I don't know what else you do though. I don't know what you could do. That's like freaking oil. I don't know what you do with oil. Everything in this fucking garage is oil. Everything.
This the can I took, it was made with oil, probably.
Right here. All this products, all nylon, all polyesters, all
This microphone I'm singing into.
yeah, the
right here,
microphone,
like
plastics,
Everything's oil.
everything. That
Everything's
camera,
oil.
that camera, all oil. These people
Right.
think it's going to happen. It's not. We are
No.
so reliant on oil. Yes, we should switch over. Yes, they should.
I think you got to be specific though. Like I think we should stop using oil as like a fuel source for vehicles. But that's
Right.
very specific, right? Like you could still use
why
oil
not?
for other items.
But they made cars good enough. That's all they did. Nobody wants to wait 5 hours to charge a fucking car. Okay? You
No, and
drive
I agree.
400 miles and you gotta wait.
They need to put in the if the government puts in the infrastructure for a system like that, Like the
10
superchargers, like you go to the
10
gas
minutes.
station and you use it's like 10 minutes for a supercharge on a Tesla.
10
It's
minutes.
insane. It's insane. That gets you a bunch of miles. And what's nice about the Tesla too, actually, is that when you're on its map, it tells you where all the superchargers are
Right.
on its own map, kind of like
Okay.
an iPhone map where it's like its own
Right.
specialty one. So you can plan your trips where
But
you
there's
always hit the
not enough.
chargers.
There's not enough.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
should
Like right
make-
now, like they need
they-
to put in the infrastructure,
Right.
and the government needs to take that hit, or nobody's going to buy into it.
They need
If
to
the
put the
government takes that
infrastructure in. They need to start with the fucking stuff they use to mine. Because this
Yeah.
is not, it's not easy, right? You're using gallons of gas every fucking minute with those big dump trucks and shit.
Yeah.
You should have made them electric first. So you're right from the process, you're electric. And you're electric.
Yes,
And you're
I
electric.
agree.
Buses, electric. Planes, that'd be, if you could only make planes only electric.
That'd
Planes,
save you so much in a year,
it would clean up the air in a heartbeat. A heartbeat.
literally.
But
Right?
no, let's make this a consumer.
No, it's got to be
issue.
Johnny down the streets. Fucking,
That's right. Let's
It's that
make this a
guy's Ford
consumer
F-150 ruining the planet.
Yeah, let's make this a problem for Johnny and not
Right.
a big corporation.
No, exactly. And like
Right.
it all comes down to greed in the end. We all know that. You know, at the end of the day, I say this, and kids should stay in school. Obviously, school's important, but I blame the schools, right? The state, they taught you. They taught the same governments. All these government guys all went to the same fucking facilities and the
Right.
same universities. It's shit in, shit out. You want to know who's to blame? The fucking system.
Yeah,
No
well,
matter what, at the end of the day, like you want to blame Trudeau, but somebody taught his fucking ass. Somebody taught Trudeau to be like Trudeau.
well, let me tell you something.
Somebody taught Chrétien to be like Chrétien.
During his administration, veterans' pensions came back and he legalized marijuana.
I've never been more successful in my life, so I don't got a foot to stand on hate Trudeau. So,
Right.
like, I'm good.
So, like,
I'm having a baby. Like everything's fine.
right, oh, it's not fine, and I know why people think he's a skeeve, but I get why people don't like the dude.
No, it's the same, right? But
He
like,
literally said it's not a popularity contest. Dude, your fucking job is a popularity contest.
That's literally
It's
what
called
it is.
voting. Like, are you shitting me, dude? Carbon tax. Carbon tax. This is a damn softball to it. This is on a tee. It's not even a softball. It's on a tee. Sitting there on the tee for you there, Mr. Trudeau. Sitting there, right here. And it's carbon tax. And you got a giant plastic bat this fucking big, and you're not going to miss it. Get rid of it.
Literally.
It's simple. It's the easiest. Call their bluff. It's all bluff and bullshit. Call it. Just like Joe Biden did with the border. Okay, I'll sign it. I'll fucking sign it. Right? Oh, they shut up about the border pretty quick, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they tanked the border deal. That would have been the most egregious border deal for immigrants ever.
I
Not
don't
for
know, man.
America. Don't get me wrong. Not for America, but for the people trying to get into America would have made it so much harder. And he called their bluff, and that's what you get.
Literally.
They tank, they fold. Anyway, we're supposed to be talking sports, not this. I got nothing else today. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think I got anything else on my agenda as far as sports wise. Obviously, I got my
Oh my
I got
God,
my Twitter
dude.
open here.
Before we
I'm
go,
not seeing- Yeah.
since we are talking, it's not sports corner related. Actually, hey, let's take a thing out. We'll pause. Just so I can cut it right there. Welcome to the movie review. Have you seen Godzilla vs. and King Kong?
I have not.
Oh, dude. My
on my
12-year-old
list.
self would be fucking bonerific right after watching that. Like,
Was it good?
oh, awesome. I love that series.
I mean,
Skull-
I've had it shoved in my face 5,000 times on Call of Duty recently.
Right.
So like,
King Kong Skull Island. Loved
Yeah.
it. Godzilla, the newest one. Godzilla Monsters. And then Godzilla versus King Kong. I like it better than Godzilla versus King Kong, which was awesome with Mecha Godzilla.
yeah.
Awesome. I like this one better. The plot line is
The new
so-
era, the Godzilla
Oh.
Kong, the new era or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, and the new Empire.
New Empire. Thank
New
you.
Empire. Oh my god, dude, so good. So good. It was just I'm not gonna give any spoilers out because it's just coming out.
Yeah, no, I mean, like they're just releasing it on digital this
Yeah.
week.
I bought it as soon as it came out because I got the whole series. So, but
Oh,
like
there you
when I
go.
was 12, 10, 11, and growing up 7, 8 years old, we had the original Godzillas,
You mean Mr. Rubber Suit?
Mr. Rubber Suit,
Yeah.
and Godzilla versus Monster X, and Godzilla versus Mothra, and Gamera,
Ghidorah.
and Gamera, and Rodan, and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
And we loved it, but you knew they were puppets in the sky. You know what I mean? You could tell this was, but we ate it up. If my 10-year-old self came to the future and watched the Marvel series,
Oh, unreal.
the DC series, like all this stuff from I guess this would be the Gen X generation. That's probably who's, directing it and paying for it now, because this is the version that we wanted to see when we were kids.
Right?
You know what I mean? But now we've got the power and the money.
You can keep talking. I got my headset on, but I gotta
Yep.
find something real quick.
It was so amazing, man. The visuals themselves are just, oh my God, so cool.
Speaking about movies and I loved when this movie came out.
Right.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Loved it. Tom Cruise.
Love that movie. Tom Cruise, where he keeps
Yes.
repeating.
Yeah.
I have the original comic book.
Okay.
I've
Were they-
read this 1,000 times.
Were they close?
Oh yeah. No, the director directly took it from the book.
Oh, I love that.
Right, like-
movie.
I got the full set of Live, Die, Repeat here.
Right. From for me, it is my second favorite Tom Cruise movie next to shit, what is it?
Ooh.
Last Samurai.
Don't hate me. My favorite Tom Cruise role,
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder.
Oh my God, I forgot he was in that. He is awesome. He's the producer, right?
He's the producer
He's
guy.
such a jerk. He's such a greasy prick. Yeah, I forgot about that role. Yeah, he was good in that. He was really good in that.
Everybody was good in that.
Why hate you? That movie's a
Everybody-
legend.
Pardon?
That movie's a legend. People need to grow the fuck up and stop saying this doesn't fit into my narrative and I don't like it. Other people do. Stop it. Stop saying you can't watch what you want to watch.
Right?
Stop. Knock it off.
I don't hear nearly enough, if we're talking cancel culture here. Like, obviously, like, I get certain things. Certain things you probably shouldn't say. But you gotta leave space for comedians. You gotta.
It's not
Robert Downey Jr. in that movie was phenomenal.
Dude, when they made that movie, it was okay. When they made Blazing Saddles, it was okay.
It was okay.
When they
Because
made
that was the time.
when they made Gone with the Wind, that's how it was.
That's what I
Stop.
mean, right?
Changing history. Stop it. Do you know
Oh, I
what?
would-
Gay people would not be where they are today. Would not be where they are today if it wasn't if Eddie Murphy didn't say it was okay. And
Oh,
you
man.
can't even get Delirious now.
I love Delirious.
Yeah, but you remember Mr. T and Ed or Norton, humming, right?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, and what section he was walking fast from because he could feel his ass burn,
Yeah.
but he actually used the terms that you're not allowed
Yeah.
to say anymore. But it made everybody comfortable. Gay people were comfortable with it, right?
Because
it said,
they
"I'll
understand
have a beer with
it's
you."
if you're at a comedy show, right? Like, because it's just like having a rant, just with a guy having tennis or whatever. I think it was like you still play tennis with the guy. Oh,
Right,
what are you
exactly.
doing after this? I'm gonna go have a beer. Oh, I think I'm gonna go suck some dick.
Yeah,
All right, well,
exactly.
you enjoy going to suck
Yeah,
that dick.
you have a good night.
You have a
You
good
have a
night.
good day. Right. Exactly.
Simple.
But he made it okay to laugh at yourself and to laugh at your situation. And it made other people who were uncomfortable with a situation to become comfortable.
Yes,
You
exactly.
couldn't
And he explained
you-
it super easy too, because he
you
was just
couldn't
like, it's just they're just a regular person. You don't have to hang out with them later. It's fine.
What was the one with where Patrick Swayze dressed in drag? I don't think you could make that movie today.
Is that Ghost?
Dufong with
No.
Susie Wong or whatever.
Oh,
Right? They're all drag. Wesley Snipes is in drag.
yeah.
Swayze's in drag. I don't think you can make that today. Because some fucking buddy on the right would freak out, or somebody on the left would say, "Oh, you're
That should have been a
appropriating."
role for a trans person.
An actor is appropriating a role.
What?
When people freak out about who plays what,
People playing
You're
fake
not-
people got in trouble for playing fake people.
you're not Cuban. You can't play a Cuban, dude. It's called acting. Acting. Grow up.
You'll never understand this, but it's called fiction.
Yeah, fiction. Yes. I don't care if the fucking Little Mermaid's black or white. I don't care.
Right?
Make the
Like whatever.
movie. Make the movie. Make it entertaining. Have your writing. Have
Be
the
like,
visuals,
no, she should be translucent like a fish.
right. Like, shut up. And I don't say both sides. Well, I do say both sides a lot because I don't even know where the hell I am anymore. I've been called a commie fag, and I've been called a fucking Nazi. Right? I'm like, have you read my post, people?
Right?
Just shut up. Stop it. We were talking about Pat McAfee before. Pat McAfee has somebody on the show talking about something, and people fucking flip out on him for what?
Literally.
For what?
For no
He's
reason.
the host of a goof off. He literally says at the beginning of the show, this show stinks. Right? We're just a bunch of idiots, right?
And that's okay.
It's okay. And this world just drives me nuts. And you can all thank one person for screwing everything up.
Fucking Trudeau, man. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So, I do the best farts in court. Nobody farts like me. Oh, God, anyway.
I'm
What
going to
else?
single-handedly fix the methane deficiency in our country because I know the best farts.
Dude, do you have sock puppet Trump?
Oh, like the actual like puppet? No.
Yeah. Fuck, I can't find it.
One what I found the other day though was the green screen thing that we tried to turn into a mask.
Yeah. It
It's
did
all
not
fucked up. It did
It
not
did
work.
not work. Did not work. No,
I
green
did find that
screening's
the other day
out.
though.
That was a Tim thing. That green screening's out. It's too difficult. It's hard enough
Yeah.
now, but
Right, like I might be able to do it with my camera because it's so like clear or whatever. But if you
Right.
added like any kind of fuzz or whatever, like it does,
Yeah.
it makes it all look fuzzy.
yeah.
But
Anyway.
like otherwise,
We're gonna wrap it up.
yeah,
We've been talking for quite a long while. I don't even know if the whole thing recorded. I sure hope so.
it doesn't matter because I have it for you if needed.
Okay, perfect. Just throw it up on the drive.
Yep, we'll do.
Excellent. Well, that was Jake Sundstrom, Snakebox. Pimp your Twitch, dude.
Yeah, follow me at twitch.tv/vsnakeboxv, all one word. And yeah, just come hit me up. Sometimes we do live streams on the video games. We're mostly playing COD. But we have been tackling a lot of NHL 24 with the playoffs in tow right now. So, come and hang out every Monday during the day. And then, we randomly stream during the night at other points during the week, depending. So yeah, come and give it a check out. And yeah.
Excellent. Jake. And that's it for Sports Corner. Thanks, Kato.
Yeah, no problem. Finish recording.
Yeah,
It was
I gotta
an hour and
stop.
26 minutes or hour and 27 minutes.
Nice interview. You know I'm cutting that up, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm
It's
gonna
just
cut
so
it
like
up.
it's just so I have a copy and you have a copy. So if you lose a file,